Welcome to today's chair yoga class. Floyd and I will be your hosts today. He's really hoping for his third lunch, but we're going to move instead. So let's just start with a little breath. Go ahead and put one hand on your belly and the other hand on your chest, and then just close your eyes. Take a second here. Bring your attention into your body. You made it. You've given yourself this little bit of time to take care, to focus your attention in your body. So if you can, just take a couple of breaths on purpose. See if you can breathe through your nose. Even if you're a little stuffed up, just try and breathe through your nose, recognizing that your nose was built for this breathing stuff. Just finding that soft, easy breath. All right, now open your eyes and bring your hands together at your chest. We're going to start by warming up the shoulders. So on your next inhalation, just reach straight up toward the ceiling as high as you can. And then when you exhale, bring your arms down that center line of your body. We're just warming up. Now, if you're breathing at a different pace than me, that's okay. You can go faster or slower with the movement or your breathing. But the idea is as you reach toward the ceiling, you're opening up through your rib cage, bringing air in anyway, so you may as well inhale. And then when you bring your arms down, it's a nice release through your shoulders, a nice exhale. Let's do a couple more, just connecting. Again, you can go as fast or as slow as you need. Let's do one more. And then let your arms come all the way down by your sides. Go ahead and shake out your arms a little bit. And then just let your arms hang by your sides. You're going to point your thumbs towards your legs here. This is our starting position. On your next inhalation, just rotate your thumbs forward and then out to the sides and as far back as you can so you can stretch across your chest. And then when you exhale, come back to the starting spot. Again, just paying attention to your breathing. You don't have to pace the same as I. You can make this as big or as small as you like. Let's do one more. And then maybe shake your arms out again. Now, we're going to do that same movement with your arms, but we're going to add a head turn, just doing one arm at a time. I promise I'll talk you through it. So you're going to start with your right hand. I am not doing the opposite today. So on your inhale, you're just rotating your right thumb forward, out to the side and back. At the same time, turn your chin away from your reach. And then when you exhale, chin comes forward, thumb toward your leg. And then we'll switch to the other side. So rotating that left thumb out to the side and back, turning your chin to the right. Exhale, come back to the starting spot. Now repeat this movement. The idea is that you're getting that big stretch across your throat, your neck, maybe all the way out to your fingertips. Just going nice and easy. Connecting to your body, connecting to your breath. I'm going to invite you to do it one more time on each side. And then let your arms relax. Maybe roll those shoulders a little bit. All right, so we're going to let the shoulders relax just a little. Bring your hands out to your knees. We're going to move the spine mostly. So when you exhale, you're pulling your belly button in, rounding your back. Squeeze your shoulders up high. And then when you inhale, sit up nice and tall, pulling your shoulders down away from your ears. So there is a little shoulder action, but it's more about your spine all the way from the back of your neck to your tailbone. Let's go back and forth a couple more times. Again, just connecting to your breath. So when you round your back, you're pulling that belly button in. It's a good time to exhale. And then when you inhale, just sit up nice and tall. Let's do one more. And then stay sitting up nice and tall. Just roll your shoulders a little bit. All right, now let your back relax. And then bring your attention down to your hips. So we're kind of working our way from the top down. What I want you to do is just clench your glutes. I'm using my hands because it's hard to see my butt cheeks clench in this position. And then when you exhale, see if you can relax that tension. So again, like that, inhale, clenching, exhale, relaxing. Just do this a couple more times. Just waking things up. Let's do one more. And then relax, maybe wiggle around in your chair a little bit. All right, now you're going to focus on your right leg. Just stretch your right leg straight out in front of you. All you're going to do is point your toes and then flex your foot. Now, as you're doing this motion, try and keep your kneecap, your toes pointing toward the ceiling. If you do it with your toes kind of pointing out to the side, you miss some of the stretch at the back of your calf. So just try and find that place where you can line up. It doesn't have to be big, but just waking things up. All right, the next time you're flexing your foot, pushing out through your heel, keep flexing your foot. And then when you exhale, you're just going to lift that leg a little bit. And then inhale, set your heel down to the floor. So it's a little bit of work for this thigh. Let's do it again. Exhale, try and keep your kneecap, your toes toward the ceiling. Inhale, lowering down. I'm sorry I don't have bright socks on today. Let's do one more. See if you can lift your leg. Even if you just lift it a tiny bit, that's okay. Keep your leg up. Sorry if I missed you. Now you're going to point your toes and then flex your foot again. Let's do it again. Point and flex. You breathe however you want. One more time. Point and flex. And then you're going to set that right foot back down onto the floor and feel all that action, all that strength through your right thigh. Now we get to stretch this right thigh out. So you can either scoot to the side of your chair or you can come to the front edge of your chair. Just find a spot where your left foot is flat on the floor. You're going to bring your left hand to hold the seat of your chair. And then step that right leg back wherever it feels good. It doesn't matter how far back you go. You can be up here if that feels best. But you want to try and find that stretch so your kneecap is pointing toward the floor on this right side. Now we're going to move the right arm. So on your inhale, just raise that right arm straight up toward the ceiling. And then when you exhale, bring your arm all the way down. Find this rhythm. Inhale, reaching straight up. Exhale, coming back down. Maybe two more. We're just finding that big stretch across the front of your body. All those I've been sitting for too long muscles. Let's do one more. All right, now reach back. Grab your right leg, bring it all the way forward, and adjust yourself. All right, now we're going to do the left leg. So start with your left heel on the floor. All you're going to do is point your toes and then flex your foot. Go back and forth a few times, just pointing and flexing. Maybe one more time. Point and flex. Now you're going to keep flexing, keep pressing out through your heel. See if you can exhale, lifting your heel up off the floor just that little bit. Inhale, lowering down. So again, like that, exhale, lifting. Inhale, lowering down. See if you can do two more. Just getting that little action through your left thigh. Okay, we're going to do it one more time. Lift your leg, even if it's just a little bit. Keep your leg up, keep breathing. Now you're going to point your toes and then flex your foot. Try and keep that kneecap toward the ceiling. Again, point and flex. One more time. Point and flex. And then set that left foot flat onto the floor and feel all the action through your left thigh. All right, are you waking up? Are you getting warm? That's our goal. Now we're going to stretch out that left thigh. So adjust yourself. You can scoot to the side of your chair or you can just come to the front of your chair. Right foot is flat on the floor. Left leg is just as far back as it feels good. When you inhale, all you're going to do is raise that left arm toward the ceiling. When you exhale, bring that left arm down. Think about getting that big stretch on the front of your thigh. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, coming back down. Now, if you're going faster than me, that is okay. Just find that space, find the stretch that feels good. Maybe one more time here. All right, now when your arm comes down, reach back, grab your leg, pull it all the way forward, scooting back toward the center of your chair, adjusting however you need. And then you're going to stretch both legs out in front of you. Now, when you do this, your knees do not have to be perfectly straight, but try and keep a little space between your knees, a little space between your feet. And again, you want your kneecaps to point toward the ceiling. All you're going to do is point your toes and then flex your feet. That's it. Just find that rhythm. Points and flex, nice and easy. Points and flex, maybe one more time. All right, now if you can, keep your feet flexed, your toes, your kneecaps toward the ceiling, and then walk your hands down your legs, just folding as far forward as it feels good. It doesn't have to be very far, but you just want that nice even stretch along the backs of your legs, your low back. And then when you're ready, sit all the way up. Set your feet flat onto the floor. All right, now as you get your feet to the floor, bend your knees a little bit so your heels are underneath your knees. So I'll give you the side view. Instead of having your feet straight down from your knees, see if you can bend your knees a little bit more. So you find that position and then bend your elbows back like you're rowing a boat. Butt stays in your chair. All you're going to do is when you exhale, you're reaching forward, shifting your weight towards your feet. And then when you inhale, pull your elbows back, feel your weight down through your butt. So again, like that, exhale, reaching forward, inhale, pulling back. Again, like that, just feeling the weight of your body shift towards your feet, and then feel your weight come down towards your hips. We're going to do it one more time. Reaching forward, and then pulling back. Now let your arms relax, maybe roll your shoulders a little bit. We're going to make it just a little bit bigger. All right, it's exactly that same movement we just did, but you're going to try and lift your hips up off your chair just a little bit. Now when you exhale, you're reaching forward, tipping forward, lifting your hips. And then when you inhale, just sit back, bending your elbows back. Now, remember, this is more about physics than anything. So when you're reaching forward, you're leaning forward, there's hardly any effort. It's just the weight of your upper body pulling you forward. So exhale, reaching forward, lifting your hips. Inhale, sitting back. If you can, one more time. And then coming back. And then let your arms relax. Maybe roll your shoulders a little bit. Now I'm going to have you stand all the way up. If you want, you can stand up however you like, or you can do that reaching forward, lifting all the way up here. And again, just take a second to feel your body in this new position. If you can, just notice your toes where they're touching the floor. Feel the weight of your body down through your feet. Maybe even notice the arches of your feet lifting away from the floor just that little bit. Now move your attention up your legs to your knees and let your knees be unlocked, just softly bent. Now move your attention up your legs to your hips, pulling your belly button in, someplace you can breathe easy. And then lengthen your spine, get tall here. All right, so we're just gonna do a little bit of work for the legs. I'm gonna give you the side view here. You wanna try and get your feet mostly parallel to each other. So your toes are mostly forward, your heels are mostly back. And then stand up tall. All you're gonna do is bend your knees until you feel that stretch in your calves or until your knees say stop, whichever comes first. And then straighten your legs. When you straighten your legs, you're clenching those glutes. Now relax the clench, bend your knees. So straightening your legs, pushing your feet into the floor, clenching your butt cheeks tight, and then relax the clench as you bend your knees. We're gonna do two more. Straightening and bending. Straightening. Okay, one more time. Bend your knees. Find a place where you can keep your knees bent. Keep your belly button pulling in. Now you're just gonna lift your right heel up off the floor. Come onto the ball of that right foot. Keep your right heel up, slowly straighten that left leg. Now bend your left knee and then press both heels down. Both knees are bent. This time you're gonna lift your left heel and then slowly straighten that right leg. Now bend your right knee. Press both heels into the floor. Both knees are bent, belly button's pulling in. Here's the tough one. Don't watch the video. Find a spot that you can stare at that's not going to move. Keep your eyes fixed. See if you can lift both heels up off the floor. Your big toes are pushing into the floor. Keep your heels up, straighten both legs. Think tall, lifting up. Now bend both knees, keeping your heels up off the floor if you can. Keep your knees bent, press your heels into the floor. And then gently straighten both legs. Oh, and feel all that action, all that circulation down through your legs. Take a breath. All right. Now what you're going to do is you're going to step so that your right foot is forward, your left foot is back. And try and arrange it so the toes of both feet are pointing mostly forward. When you rotate your toes out to the side, you rotate that whole leg. And then we miss any action in that back calf. And we're aiming for that. So point your toes forward as best as you can. And then what you're going to do is just lift that back heel straight up off the floor, coming onto the ball of your back foot, and then press your back heel down. Can you tell we've done a lot of calf work today? Let's do it again. Lifting, and then press that heel down. Maybe two more. Little lift, and lowering back down. One more time. Little lift, and then press that back heel into the floor. Now you're going to keep your back heel pressing into the floor. That back leg is nice and strong and straight. Keep your front leg straight. You're going to reach your arms straight out in front of your chest here. Now on your next inhalation, at the same time, you're going to bend that front knee. Bend your elbows down and back. Now when you exhale, you're straightening your front knee, reaching forward. Let's do it again. Inhale, bending. Exhale, reaching forward. If you can, two more. Feel that action through your shoulders. All right, the next time your front knee is bent, your elbows are bent, stay here. Keep your legs nice and strong. On your next inhale, you're going to reach up toward the ceiling. Maybe look up at your fingertips. When you exhale, pull your elbows down, tuck your chin. So again, like that, inhale, reach up, look up. When you exhale, pull it down. If you can, two more. Just finding that rhythm. Okay, one more time. And then let your arms come down. Keep that front knee bent. Your legs are nice and strong. We're going to do one more thing here. Walk your hands down that front leg, just folding forward over your front leg. Now your hands can stay on your leg. They can come to the floor, whatever feels good. Relax your neck. Let your nose drop towards your knee. And then see if you can just straighten that front knee a little bit. Now bend your front knee. Try and keep that back heel pressing into the floor and stand all the way up. I know it's strong. Now you can step your feet together and check in. Adjust and notice the difference from one side to the other. All right. We're going to do that whole thing on the other side. So step so that your left foot is forward, your right foot is back. Try and keep those back toes pointing forward, not rolling out to the side. And find that spot where you feel balanced. We're going to start by lifting that back heel up off the floor. Come onto the ball of your back foot and then press your back heel into the floor. So again, like that, inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering down. If you can, two more. Okay, last one, little lift. And then press that back heel down. Now your back heel stays pressing into the floor. You're going to reach both arms out in front of your chest. On your next inhale, bend your front knee, bend those elbows down and back. And then when you exhale, straighten your knees, straighten your arms. Pay attention to your shoulders as you repeat this movement. Legs are strong and stable. Let's do one more. All right, now keep your knee bent. Legs stay in this position. On your next inhale, you're just going to reach your arms up toward the ceiling. And then when you exhale, pull your elbows down, maybe tuck your chin a little bit. Again, like that. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, pulling it down. If you can, 2 more. You go at your speed. You don't have to wait for me. One more time. And then when you exhale, just let your hands come to that front leg. Keep your front knee bent just that little bit. And then walk your hands down your front leg. Your hands can stay on your leg. They can come to the floor. But let your nose drop towards your knee here. And then just straighten that front knee just as far as it feels good. A little tremor is okay. All right, now you're going to bend that front knee. Keep your back heel pressing into the floor. Legs are strong. Come all the way up. And then step your feet together. And adjust. Taking a breath. All right, so here's the deal. You're going to face the seat of your chair next. And just let your hands come to the seat of your chair. Feet are even with each other. Legs are even. And you don't have to put too much weight in your arms. Your weight's down through your legs here. Your hands are just resting. Now see if you can just bend your right knee. Push back through that left hip. Take a breath. And then you're going to switch. So straighten your right knee, bending that left knee, pushing back through your hip. Get that big stretch on the back of your right leg. And then let both knees be unlocked. We're going to take it a little deeper. So if you can, set your forearms to the seat of your chair. If this feels like too much, just keep your hands on the seat of your chair. We're going to do the same thing. Bend your right knee, pushing back through that left hip. Relax your shoulders. Weight of your body down through your feet. And then you're going to switch. Bend your other knee. Breathing nice and easy. All right, now both knees are bent just a little bit. Use your hands to push up to standing. And then you get to have a seat in your chair. Ta-da! You made it. All right, as you come back into your chair, reconnect to your breathing. Just take a moment. Put one hand on your belly and the other hand on your chest. Now we're going to do a special breathing practice. It's one we've done before, but it's that tube of toothpaste exhale. And if you keep your hands on your belly and your chest, you can feel the action in your body just a little bit more. So what you're going to do is when you exhale, contract from your pubic bone to your belly button, all the way up to your rib cage. And then when you inhale, keep all this strong. When you inhale, expand through your rib cage, and then down through to your belly button, and then down to your pubic bone. So exhale, contracting from your pubic bone to your belly button to your rib cage. Keep that bottom strong. When you inhale, expand through your rib cage, down to your belly button, down to your pubic bone. So try and find this rhythm. You may be breathing faster than me. That's okay. You can even close your eyes. Just take a couple of breaths. Still breathing through your nose as best as you can. And after your next exhalation, just let everything relax. Take a minute with your eyes closed and just feel your breath now. The same way we strengthened and stretched the muscles of your body, You can strengthen and stretch your breath capacity, especially in this moment in time. Being able to take an easy, deep breath is especially big gift. So just take a moment to appreciate that gift of your easy breathing. And then open your attention, open your awareness to recognize something that you are grateful for. It could be your breath, it could be a whole list of things. Just take a moment right now to recognize all of the gifts of your life. Now, if you want, you can just roll over and take a nap. But take your time as you come back into the world after this practice, giving yourself maybe a gold star for taking this time today, for taking care of yourself. Thanks for playing. Namaste.